Them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is true. Subscribers may have, moderators they may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Moment they got lots of friends. Hey, people crowding around his door, money gone, and he still beg they don't come no more. Rich subscribers say, take a bread and see. Hey, people, how y'all doing? Hi, Princess A, and I am Mrs. Ricks. Teron Herring, Cheryl Burnett. Hi, y'all. LA Fab Bliss. It's Z. Hi, Miss Tracy. You been getting coins? Y'all think I'm a silly person. I take things out of context, and I don't tell the truth all the time when I can't stand a bitch, right? I want y'all to listen to a little bit. I'm gonna let it extend maybe a couple of minutes. I want you to pay close attention to what I'm talking about before I begin to talk about it. See if you pick up the same thing out of this conversation as I did, what was immediate to me.
Give me $100, girl. I'll go flush it. Honey, the $100 came through. Whoosh, there it is. I love you down, Trish, but girl, if you want to come back up, honey, go ahead and spend $100, girl. I'm sorry. Coin talk, okay? Coin
they
talk.
Really do. Money talk and bullshit walks, and that's
honey,
at the end of the day.
Honey, coin
ain't
talk,
nobody hating
baby.
that.
Just saying. I know, girl, I love you down. Love you down, sis, but
chaplin.
That 100 is there, honey. And my word is my bond, honey. I ain't a lying man. I ain't a
Pastor.
lying man. Girl, gonna be talking tomorrow. Bye, Trish.
Doctor.
Now,
I'm not doing Trish, girl. Now, I didn't say that you can't do this, though. You can do that, girl. You can do that right there. But you
watch this shit.
And the girl gave it up. But like I said, I will never tell. Okay, girl, it don't matter for me, girl. Money talks, girl. Ma'am, money talks, girl.
Money talks.
I love you down. Love you down, girl.
Talk, bullshit walks. Money talk.
Allie said she paid to have her block.
Bullshit.
Oh, Allie, I can't do all that because you know what, Trish. Girl, people paying.
He's laughing at y'all.
Oh, Allie, you know you come up, but no, I can't block her now.
And make sure
Call himself.
I ain't gonna do that.
Okay, let's get let me catch you up. So he's got about 6 ladies over there. He's only supposed to be man. He's over there. All the ladies are arguing with each other, right? We have confirmation that Heidi Fly is indeed one thing is confirmed. She is a colorist. When she got into it with this woman, Trish, she started calling that woman all kind of tar baby and asking her, was she black enough if she melted into the sidewalk, and black. So we have determined that most of us already suspected that Heidi Fly is a colorist. That's why she lightens her skin. But that wasn't the primary thing. The primary thing is this boy begging and the way he manipulates these women and instigates them, right? So there's 6 women on there. One woman, I believe her name is Raw. I'm not familiar with her. I think it's Raw Honest T. Raw, and then this other woman, she's Trish. They have gotten into it. They're yelling, screaming. Everybody's yelling. They've been yelling and screaming for about an hour and a half, let's say. So the girl Raw Honest T comes on, and as a challenge, in order to win this battle she has going with this Trish, because at this point it's just a lot of yelling and screaming. Nobody can be heard.
I mean, shout out to the Fight Club. Because the Fight Club will let you pay $500 to block somebody for the week. Shout out to Anton Daniels. But
hell no, I wouldn't pay $500 to block somebody for a week. You a fool to do that. Somebody is a straight out goddamn fool. Anybody who does that.
Okay, we'll come back because what's going to happen is one of the women, the Raw Honesty woman, I hope I have her name right, has challenged this guy, other girl, Trish, by cash super chatting Jay Wilson $50. Initially, he's not aware of what the play is, right? But when he hears what the play is, immediately he goes off into screaming, oh, she gave money. Oh, I wouldn't take that girl. You remember those bitches used to be in the school? Knock it off, girl. I wouldn't take that. She talked about your mama. Knock the stick off. Knock the stick off. Cross the line. All for $1. So what I want to try to establish is how desperate this fool is when he hears about the initial $50. So the $50 was only the initial amount, right? Then the woman came back and she says, here's 100, match it, right? First, she tells Miss Trish woman to match the first 50. This other girl, Trish, is hesitant or will not participate. So she puts another 50 on there, match it, and then she goes to double it. You say you can double it. I can double it. Okay, you can double it. Let me give you another 50, right? Then the other people who are participating in that chat for whatever reason, they begin to cash app money. So then this guy, what's his name? What's the guy's name? I know y'all seen it here. Vic Damone. He comes up and gives, I believe it's 50 and then another 50. So another $100. So now the nigga then collected $200 and he is just about to lose his goddamn mind. What's more important is he's beginning to turn these women and try to motivate them. You see, it's very like, y'all have been in church where you have these pastors, a lot of times guest pastors, they'll get you all in a frenzy, right? Everybody screaming, everybody falling out on the floor, grandmother's wigs falling off, and they get you all up to that then, right? When everybody's excited, the ushers are running around trying to catch people before they fall, right? And then right when everybody is in hysteria, they'll say $100 line, right? Because the people are so out of their mind, they're not paying attention to what they're doing, right? And so then they have all these people running down there and start giving them $100. $100 line, $200 line. So they're supposed to be in this high worship, but the preachers is up there milking them for everything they can get from them. This is what I experienced when I watched this damn thing. Hold on a minute, because y'all don't believe me, and I understand you don't believe me. It's beyond belief. Watch how this progresses.
Family money and resources for a block, and it's only for a week.
Is MU still up here? MU, what did you say about Vic?
That ain't no power move. That's a dummy move.
What you said about Vic, though? MU, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
A little bit of patience.
What you said about Vic? Vic gave $100, girl.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep my. Okay, so here's my thing.
Hold on, I'm not done. I haven't gotten out.
Hurry up, now, this is getting juicy, girl. This is getting juicy, Beach.
What do y'all want me to wait for?
I want to tell you.
Go ahead, Beach. What's going on?
So I felt like Kimmy was fair, and she asked a legitimate question because Kimmy really hasn't had any conversation.
Come on, Beach. Let's go.
Women at that time, what was going on?
Keep that playing for a minute. How y'all doing today?
And the tour started, and it was a tour. It was pretty. It was a serious tour.
Let me try my big fingers.
I felt like what Kimmy did say, and we don't see eye on everything, and that's fine. But on that,
y'all hold on.
A big enough audience. Everybody that slept on me, everybody that wished for me to fail, guess what? I'm still standing. I ain't failed fucking yet. So therefore, if you want to come rock with the kid, you know where I am. And if you don't like me, that's cool. You know where I am. Come hate watch me too. I got nothing but love for all y'all. I wish y'all all success.
He wants more 50s.
Bitch, Trish,
now the gracious thing would be
see you in court,
to be
or I'm
happy
gonna see you on home
because
ground.
these women have given, he's a man and they're women. He got all the women on there, right? And they all fighting with each other, and he starts begging for money. Now, the people are fighting against each other. So why did they have to give Jay Wilson money? Instead of being grateful and gracious, because these people, in order to fight with each other, are showing that they have money. In other words, the girl Raw is saying to you, put your money where your mouth is. I got 50. Can you double it? First, you just asked her to match it. Can you match it? Trish don't even match the 50, right? So she said, to further humiliate the woman, she said, oh, it ain't no thing. Here's 100, right? Then Vic throws in another 100, right? By this time, Jay Wilson is in frenzy. Oh, he's all over the place. Ooh, girl, she gave another 50, girl. Ooh, you gonna match it? Ain't you gonna match? Why should they match that? So when the money is coming to you, Jay Wilson, is this, we have Cash App Palooza again? Cash App Palooza energy, right? Instead of being grateful that they are doing this on your page and sitting your ass down somewhere, no. You want to go in there and instigate for dollars. You brought your black ass on here beefing for dollars, starting beefs with people for no other reason than getting money out of people, right? You lay claim to that. You claim that you created the beef sector. Isn't that what you said, Jay Wilson? When you tell this revisionist history of yours, don't you claim that you created the beef sector because you said beefing for dollars, and you was beefing for, everybody was excited about beefing for dollars. Everybody was excited about giving me money, right? So now you're instigating $4, correct? He's trying to get these women to give him more money. 200 or 250 was not enough for him. He's going to bleed this for everything, every dime he can get out of it. I'm trying to get to the exciting part, because the exciting part is on a par with what happened in San Antonio when him and King Giles was there dancing in that bedroom.
It ain't gonna be the Continental when I see you. You feel me? Anyway, Jay Wilson, much love, Heidi.
Then Joyce, honey, Miss Makeup over there, Miss Makeup.
Okay.
I would never say, okay, girl, it don't matter with me, girl. Money talks, girl. Ma'am, money talks, girl.
Money
I love you down,
walks.
love you down, girl.
Bullshit walks. Money talks.
Ellie said, can she pay to have her blocked?
So now they're offering, listen, we tired up Miss Trish yelling and screaming. So now I'm going to pay you just to take her off, just to further humiliate her. Because so far, Miss Trish, she has not gotten so loose that she started giving money, right? This is what Jay Wilson is trying to inspire. You gave 50. Oh, she gave 100, girl. You gave, oh, that's another 50, another 50. She gets all beside herself, girl. She has no problem with manipulating these women, Jay Wilson. So if the women are having an argument, why does that mean that you are supposed to get money from it? Don't they give you enough? I thought you said the money didn't mean anything to you, and you get all your from your commercials, So you got commercials because you came on, and I believe you titled this video something like a little midnight tea or something, just a quick live. A quick live turned into 3 hours, right? Because from the very moment that they mentioned $1, everything was extended. Correct, Jay Wilson? Is this how you're paying your bills these days, Jay Wilson? Off the backs of women? Right? Because what does money got to do with anything, girl? Now, I understand what the woman did. The woman said, you say you rich, I say I'm rich. You say you got all the property, I say I got all the property. Put your money where your mouth is. Here's 50. Can you match it? Right? Remember now, they're not getting anything out of this. This is not a bet between two women, right? This is money all going into Jay Wilson's pocket. So he inserts himself into the middle of their fight so he can turn it into money. Girl, you better get, woo, girl, she gave 150, girl. Here, oh, Big got 100. There's another 100 for Big. Just going insane, Jay Wilson. And you will never understand why I call you trailer trash. A broke person, a pitiful person. You've showed yourself over and over and over again, right? So, ladies, don't go over there giving that nigga your money, right? Don't go. Don't go over there and giving Jay Wilson your money when he tells you that he's only there for your money. He doesn't give a goddamn about these people. Apparently, they're in litigation, in court, and all. He don't give a goddamn. He's just trying to milk you, right? And pull all the money out of y'all. Did y'all see that display? It was disgusting. It was disgusting. A 55-year-old man. You're supposed to be on here giving people money, nigga. Right? You're supposed to be a businessman at 55 with, I don't know, 30 degrees or whatever the hell you got, girl. Right? But instead, you're on here instigating women to fight in order to give you, what do you think? They're like chickens? You tie the razor blades on their feet and watch them fight. But in the midst of the fight, you're not concerned about anything that goes on in the fight. You just get your fat ass in the middle. Oh, yeah, that's 50. There's another 100. There's 150. I see 200. And it all goes to you. Hey, people. I just thought that amused me. I won't be here. I won't be before you long. But y'all see that spectacle? This happened last night, right? Then he tells the woman, if you give me $100, I'll take her out. You can pay your way to Jay Wilson. Wasn't $250 enough? It wasn't enough. You want to get every dime you can get. What's that going to be? PG&E, perhaps? Car payment not. That fool. That boy, I don't know why that boy amuses me so much, but the nerve, honey. You've been getting coins. They pick it up there. Hi, Tanja. Uh-huh. Deanna 513. You a different Deanna, right? Deanne. Okay, you're Deanne 513. Okay. Black Folk Beauty. Mm-hmm. I mean, they went on for almost 3 hours. He said he was coming on for a quick live. He'd already been on twice. That's 3 times, right? So Jay Wilson was online 7 hours yesterday, right? But that money didn't hit until the end. And when the money hits, the bitch went crazy. She went insane, honey. It was really an amazing thing to watch. Meanwhile, he's on here telling all of us how pitiful and poor and how disgusting we are. But yet all of the actions concerning money are from him. He is the lowest of the low, right? Nigga told me I'm on welfare and public assistance and all this kind of shit, right? So shouldn't I be the one begging and begging and begging and begging and begging and even trying to get people to fight so you can beg and get some more money, girl? Money hungry pig, right? So you worried about everybody else's finance. You worried about how much Dobie takes in. You worried about Rico's food stamp card. You worried about everybody else's poverty. And yet you're the one who appears to be the most impoverished. 55-year-old bitch. Jay Wilson, couldn't you open up a laundromat or something, girl? I mean, for a person who brags about the amount of success that you have in your life, you would think that you would be able to do something, girl. A corner store or, I don't know, a little 2 or 3 unit apartment building or something, right? This is the most money you've ever experienced in your whole miserable goddamn life, right? But you don't have to be so obvious, Jay Wilson. You know why? Because white people looking at you. White people looking at you. What movie was that, girl? White people looking at you, nigga. Embarrassing us. It's an embarrassment, Jay Wilson. But you don't care, right? Because you're low-life trash. Mm-hmm. Egyptian goddess. How you doing, Egyptian goddess? I ain't wrote in 2 days. I can't believe it. You never, when you start writing a book, you got to sit down there and you got to add something to it every day, or you run the risk of locking up. And we ain't going to let that happen. So I got to press down tomorrow. Or maybe tonight. Hi, Michelle Crawford. Mm-hmm. Cheryl Burnett. Did y'all see the entertainment? I know y'all don't want to say much because y'all don't want them to let them know that you've seen these people make a fool out of themselves. But not only is he checking their dollars, he's also checking any cash apps. And he's checking the numbers, right? He's checking, see who got the most numbers, child, because he want that check, that AdSense check. Fucking idiot. Money, honey. That's what he said. I wanted to get to the part when she was going fanatical and screaming and yelling about money, girl. You see that?
Come on, Allie.
You see that old hack laugh? Girl, people pay. He cut it off because he realized what he was saying was the very people he was about to laugh at. Girl, people give me money just to. He caught himself because he didn't want the gravy train to end. He extended it for his until Trish was gone. He kept trying to extend it, get them going. Girl, you can't even match $1.99. Give something, at least a 20. Why should you give you another 20, Jay Wilson? Shouldn't you be happy that you just got $300 for nothing? Say he got a gas bill too. Telephone disconnect. They ain't waiting on the next paycheck. Oh, you saw all that? I know you had to be over there to see her, Tracy. He amuses you. Now, don't ask me why. He amuses you. Sometimes I'm just amused by the ridiculousness of him. And sometimes that damn voice, girl, I could jump through my goddamn window. I'd be like, shit, fuck. So it just depends on the mood. But you have to go in there and grab a little piece and leave. You can't sit up under that shit for 3 hours. God damn. He had every woman he can get over there. How they fly over there talking about people, tar babies. And girl, you are a colorist. Now, I don't know if you lighten your skin or not. And I don't necessarily think it's associated with the kind of man you choose to be with. But you sure performed as a colorist person on last night. Not only did you call that woman black as the night and the moon shining bright, you must have called her black names, girl, for 20 minutes. Right? Is that how is that how we treat people? I mean, you can call her anything you want to. You can argue with people, but I thought that a colorist statements by a panel of nothing but light-skinned women would be inappropriate. What do you think, Miss Heidi Fly Monster? And please, people, let's not confuse things. The color of your skin. We have various colors of skin. That does not determine your beauty. Right? We're not in the 1920s. That doesn't even determine your job, girl. Right? And I've said it before, Miss Heidi Fly Monster. When you see high fashion models are people who present to sell fashion, but they're considered some of the most beautiful people on earth. Generally speaking, when you see a black model, supermodel, they're dark skinned. They're the ones who are chosen to be the most beautiful. But you have a real problem there, girl. It's something you nearly need to check your mouth. Check your mouth. A lot of people get offended by that kind of thing, girl. If you had anything to cancel, they probably cancel your ass over those such statements, such vulgarity. No, we ain't gonna try to get. I think I keep saying I'm gonna get me one of them things. What do you call it? A stylist. So I got the effect.
In her best outfit, and she's going to take a bath. She is going to take a bath. She's going to come up here with all that blue, pink, rainbow makeup on her face and her fucking lopsided legs. And I want to come up and cam up. We're going to cam up. And we're going to have
Okay, so that lady, Trish, I don't know if you're in here or not, but she's really on one. She's been screaming for 2 hours, right? And we understand when people go off, they're no holds barred, particularly in the beef sector, right? They're gonna say whatever they can say to hurt your feelings, right? But I'm just saying that colorists, apparently we've done away with fat shaming over here. I've certainly, concerning only the one person, but people will say anything out their mouth in order to be hurtful. But I don't know how High Fly Monster will sit up there on a panel with all light-skinned black women and keep hammering in the color of this other girl, who's the only dark-skinned girl on the panel, I don't know how she could see that to be right or acceptable. It's almost like Kanye West. How could you not see that this is going to offend people? How's that even possible? Mm-hmm. What else going on, people? How y'all doing? Yes, they are in that boy. You almost want to feel sorry for him. This damn Kanye West. They are still tearing his ass up. It's gone down in a week's time. You've lost all your contracts, all your deals. The banks don't want your money. I mean, I've seen some falls. This is what you would call an epic fall. Epic fail. They must have already wanted to be getting rid of him anyway. For everybody to leave at the same time, that's a lot to endure when everybody leaves at the same time, right? You don't even know what if you even have a fortune left when they're all leaving, and you don't even have an adequate banker or lawyer. Bipolar. Y'all ever been with anybody bipolar? I used to have this friend. I didn't know to what extent he was bipolar. We were in one of the thrift shops, right? I think he might have mentioned that he was bipolar in some way or something, but I'd never seen it. I was in the back of the store checking out a statue, of course. Child, when I came back up in front of the store, this man was spitting on the cashiers, yelling, screaming, knocking shit off the counters. I mean, he was just in full out. I couldn't even believe it was the same person, right? So I don't know to what extent this dude's mental illness has inspired him to go and write ridiculous things and say ridiculous things on his goddamn social media. This social media thing is a very powerful thing, right? When you can destroy your life with a tweet. I mean, in a matter of minutes, you can destroy your whole life because of social media. So he's going to be a cautionary tale. I would say to you, Kanye West, I don't like you, but whatever. Business is business. You need to try to stop the bleeding and take out whatever money you can get and just move. Just go do something else for a while, bro. You can go there to London some damn where. Everybody's not listening to rap music, honey. You can go there and just start your life over with $400 million. I'd imagine you can live pretty good. I'm not saying you have to leave your country. I know you want to be here or whatever, but you can do whatever you want to do. Just get out of business for a while before it's all gone. Y'all say, "Oh, it can't y'all be gone. It can't y'all be gone." Y'all don't watch them Wall Street movies. These motherfuckers be billionaires one day, and then they have some bad stock, or there's a run on the market, or whatever the fuck they call it, like what happened in 2008, 2006, 2016. When was that big crash we had? And their billions just went zzz. You can just see them on the scale just dropping, and their stocks won't worth shit. And that happens all the time in business. So don't think it can't happen, particularly when he's running around like a madman, just doing one foolish thing after another. And even when he tried to apologize today, that apology was so rambling and all about this God stuff. Kanye West, you don't know no more about God than I do. Now I got all these hot ideas about religion and what God said and God did this, God trying to blame it all on God because you're acting a damn fool, right? I didn't even hear the apology in it. I mean, he did say in there, I apologize to Jewish people because he was forced to say that, of course. But it was so rambling. It just made you sound crazy. Don't you have even attorneys that would come and tell you, no, listen, you pay us well and we are your spokesman. We'll make your statements. Right? Anyway, it is a sad thing to watch. All these people, all these lovely darlings. Like an auction, it excites people. Oh, that's the same. Yeah, like Rainey puts, that's the rhythm that it had, child. He jumped his ass in there, try to get off. But the thing is, why should he get the money? The thing is, why is he the one collecting all the money, child? The people, the participants ain't getting shit. Like they never do. You know, they just over there hollering and screaming for 3 hours. It had that same rhythm like an auction, child. That motherfucker gonna cash in on every nickel, worshiping money. I don't ever want to be that desperate a person. Never. A few months ago, when I was just getting ready to publish that book, I went into Safeway and I gave him my card, and the card said it rejected my card, right? I thought that was amazing. So when I came back to make my video, I just mentioned what just happened, right? That nigga went insane. Oh, he over there begging. Who begging? Get a screenshot. Who got the screenshot? Who he begging? You see Timothy Blaine begging? Where was it at? Woo! I said, girl, if you have to go through all that to find a spot where I mentioned money, this thing, girl. Y'all gotta watch. I can't. Try one more time.
People judge who looks better. Who looks better, bitch? Who looks better?
Is Jay Wilson a woman?
I am the only one that don't know. You are a dangerous bitch.
Come on. Oh, I touched the thing.
Would you like to drag me? I need you to try Flaucci. Try Flaucci, bitch. Bitch ain't worth. Listen, bitch. Flaucci ain't worth more than my pussy in 80 years. I you to try Flaucci. Okay, nobody ain't coming for that shit. It's wash. Try Flaucci. Try Flaucci, bitch. Listen, the Butterfly Progressive thing, non-profit, is in Washington, D.C., and I don't even own it. I don't know what you're talking about, Heidi.
I do better on the bigger TV. Bless Watkins say beef sector started when Maddie and Kaya broke up people, took sides. Then Larry Nelson stuff came up. Yeah, Bless Watkins, but I was already here when they started going at it. I commented on you were here, right? Most of us who are in the beef sector currently, the old people, we were already here when we started talking about Madison. We didn't just turn our TVs on and immediately come on here and start talking about T.S. Madison. I didn't even know who she was, right? Although I had been on here enough to know who she was and who Kaya was and who the Queen's Court was. We were already here. Wiley was saying Section 8 sector. VS was acting like a Section 8 sector, right? And I remember, I'm not accepting credit for shit. I don't have that kind of fragile ego. But I'm the one who addressed Wiley about calling people the Section 8 sector. Even though I am not a person with money, I've never considered myself to be Section 8 sector. Although technically, anyway. So we addressed Wiley. We don't want to be called a damn Section 8 sector. I think that was primarily inspired by VS. So somebody came up with the beef sector, but it wasn't Jay Wilson. He's talking about, I was beefing for dollars. No, beefing for dollars was always disgusting, Jay Wilson, from the time you open your mouth and say it, nigga. Because a lot of people have to wonder, wait a minute. You mean this nigga's not even mad? He come over here and he's so stupid. He just come out, I'm beefing for dollars. Well, I'm sure a lot of them were beefing for dollars. We don't say it. We don't talk about it, girl. Just like we don't talk about money, right? Nobody like you. Nobody does it worse. Anyway. Yeah, people chose sides with the Heidi and Kaya thing, but we were already here. I mean, I was already listening. Really, I was primarily listening to people like Justin J, who were never part of the beef sector, but they were certainly part of the people who started beefing with everybody. I mean, you would call it ranting. He was on here ranting damn near every day about something different. Him, Walter Lee Hampton, he's still ranting. These people they were already beefing. Justin J had about 5 of them. He was constantly beefing with the hair care people or the whatever he's calling I forgot what that guy's name was. He used to tear into some of these people, and that what's the girl named Tamar Braxton and all these people. They were already doing all that stuff. They were already giving that kind of commentary, right? So I don't think anything started with Kai and them. Not as far as what we do between each other, because Kaya was not a part of the beef sector, and Maddie was not part of the beef sector, right? But they were certainly in a beef, world-class beef. It was certainly not no damn Jay Wilson, honey. I was in the hospital when that fool showed up, called himself praying for me. Girl, if I know that nigga was that might have been why I got cancer, girl. But I had already had a name on YouTube before I went to the hospital. They already were praying for me. They already knew who I was. So it had to be some kind of sector here, right? And their beef started right about the time I got out of the hospital. Their beef started when that Kaya went over and acted damn fool when they had Monique, which was considered a big celebrity at that time, as far as on the level of YouTubers, right? And then Kaya decided to act a damn fool in front of everybody and had TS crying not because of anything that Kaya said, because she hurt her feelings and nothing like that, but because they had this celebrity on here, and this girl wouldn't even sit her ass down, girl, with the celebrity sitting there. You have Monique on the phone. Monique was still a story because of her issues, but she's sitting there on the phone. Madison's right there. Kaya, can't you just sit down for 30 minutes? So anyway, people start talking about that for a while. But we talk about everything, honey. If somebody else falls out, we talk about them for a while. Yep, Walter is still using steroids. Yeah, he likes to rant on the children, honey. There are certain things that bother him. I used to be one of them. To this day, he's the only one that ever flagged my channel. That's the only, like it a flag or a strike, whatever. I had to take the video down because I caught him in a lie. And I played the video. That's why I don't play too much video. I'll do the audio. But I said, no, I don't know how to play no regular video in here. I don't want to learn. I don't even want to. I don't want to be bothered. Yeah, there were a couple other people around at that time that were doing it as well. Because Kaya, she wasn't beefing with people. She was more roasting and gagging people. There's a difference. You roast and gag people like they have these celebrity roasts, and the celebrity roast, like Dean Martin or somebody, and his friends will go up there and just make up stuff just to be funny. That's more in line with what Kaya does. And the TS, she played the perfect straight person when they came together, like Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis. It worked. And they had a good run. Did King Jives ever flag me? No, we ain't never had no problem. I think Jives is cool. I ain't got no problem with him. Only problem I ever had with him is I was fearful of his cakes when he went down there to San Antonio, right? Because Jay Wilson had invited him to come to his house, and not only to San Antonio, but to his house with him by himself. Now, we all know that there was no big deal that he was going to do there in San Antonio, right? But for some reason, Jay Wilson wanted to have him in the house with him. And I was very concerned. Jay Wilson running around talking about he a top. I just said, King Jive, watch your cookies. And do not walk in front of that boy. We don't know nothing about him. I told him, I just gave him some advice when he went to San Antonio. I said, listen, when you go to the bathroom at night, put on the whole armor of God. Because we don't know him. Why has he got you only one in the house? Were there other guests there? Why didn't he have Phi Baby in the house? Tracy D, why can't they be in the house? They could have saved them a few dollars. No, he wanted you in the house by yourself. And you looked a lot like, I told him that he looked a lot like Mark. That was his type. And so we already know he goes to them nasty types. So we already know he's nasty. So I was concerned. I haven't had a problem with too many people. I mean, I have these little skirmishes that last a week or two. You know, most of the guys I haven't beefed with. I think I went up. I went off on, or they went off on me. I responded. Basically, I respond to people who go off on me. Wilson is the exception because he came on here disrespecting me from the beginning, and I still have not been able to accept that. Not from somebody like that. Right. But other than that, I don't really bother people. Till they say my name, say my name. Gird your loins. That's right, honey. And guard your cookies. Although I very seriously doubt that Jay Wilson could do anything with how, because you know, King James got a big booty, right? How in the hell was Jay Wilson going? I just can't see it, girl. I just can't see it. And I got to be careful because I have nightmares. I got to be careful of some of these images, honey. Not because of Jives, because of Wilson trying to get that little thing into something. How would you even get it in near people's parts, man or woman, honey? I don't know how you would physically be able to do that. Get somebody like it on top of you. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. She just flew out the goddamn closet. She must have been holding that shit in a long time, honey. Where is my cute puppy? Oh, he's on respite. I decided to give him respite so he wouldn't terrorize me. My nerves is bad, girl. My nerves is bad. Mm-hmm. He liked to be in here with his daddy, though. But I know at a certain time, people are coming back from work, so they're getting on and off the elevator. Every time the damn elevator door open, there he go. Mm-hmm. I saw Sister #1 show. I found you from a video you did on Justin J. And that was years ago when you had 500 subs. Oh, listen to that, Bonnie. Yeah, I remember that. The first thing you said was, I can't remember much because of all of the drugs I did. Bondi is this 64 that's kicking my ass at it. I don't think it's the drugs no more, child. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a couple of issues with Justin J. He was never really over here, but I do think he influenced a lot of what goes on with this kind of banter. He was always beefing with people. He was beefing with everybody. Pretty much he picked somebody new every week, but he never responded to me. He never responded to me, and Walter Hampton didn't respond to me but one time when he flagged me. But I only know who Justin J was because at the same time I was going off on Walter Hampton, my first 10 videos were about Walter Hampton. And I really was pissed off at him. He was ranting, I was ranting at him on the subject of this HIV stuff, right? He was going off of him for the same reason. This was years before Justin J ever came out as being positive himself, but he still took offense at Walter's position concerning these people he was outing. So that's how I became aware of him. It only takes one subject, you know. Sometimes you're the enemy of my enemy is my friend and all that kind of shit. But they never responded to me. I didn't need them to. Let me see. Maverick Born, I swear, he read Justin for filth that time too. And 5 years later, he is still dragging to Maverick Born. I don't know him. I know James Caldwell did a series of reads on Justin J. I don't know if he ever responded to him either, but he did a series of reads on Justin J, which I think were just classics. But you give the people credit, you know, he's going on about his business. I think he's getting close to a couple 100,000 subscribers now. So it's just a matter of what you're talking about. I mean, we know each other, right? But if you make your enemy or the person that you're dragging somebody like Cardi B, then there's always the possibility that people who watch her or who are following her story will hear from you, not because of you, but because of the story, right? I think the highest video I ever made was about Eddie Long, and that was long before T.S. Madison. I think I got 65,000 subscribers. That was a lot for me, particularly at that time, right? And it's because the Eddie Long story was so hot, not because anybody knew who I was. But I see Wally's numbers are growing too. Wally used to be stuck at 10,000 for at least 10 years. And then when he moved out of the beef sector over there to entertainment, I see that he has now passed me up. I'm at 22. I think he's at 28. And he was way below, just about what you want to do. This thing is not just about numbers and money for me. So I don't really pursue it that much. I don't try to find out what people want to see and then follow that. A lot of these people on here, they do like PewDiePie and those guys, their audiences are 12, 13-year-olds. Doesn't interest me, It's just my hobby. I mean, essentially. Of course, some people on here, it's about the coin, it's about the money. I'm here to get money. I'm gonna get. They don't even realize how stupid they sound when they talking about the little bitty pieces of money, child. How ridiculous must people who actually make money on here think he is? Ooh, my grills are getting loose. I got to go glue my grills in, child. What did I have today? Oh, I had pizza. You don't put no glue on them too late, baby, because then you got sleep in them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It'll be up in them hoes conversation this week. Hi, LSA boss. Y'all, you brothers now, y'all only 15% in here. These are all ladies' application. But I'm not on here trying to get the ladies to fight so I can get a coin from it. Yeah, good to see you, man. What else going on, Big? Anything? James used to wear Justin out. Oh, he has some good ones, honey. He says, Justin, can I ask you a question? He said, oh, you're always going on my brand. What is the brand? That was classic. I think he did 3 of them. And then later on, he did one on the see-through blouse. He had 3. He wore a lacy shirt. He was hanging around with that other guy. What was his name? Adrian Expressions. And this guy, Adrian Expressions, I guess he did the gender fuck type clothing, lace and stomach out and all this kind of stuff. But Jason was a big guy. So we weren't used to guys with his body shape coming on wearing these little blouses that the other guy was wearing. But he came on with one. And I guess James Caldwell had a little bit more for him. Enjoy the rest of your day. You enjoy yours day too, Bondi? Is it getting dark where you're at? What time is it now? It's getting dark earlier here, and when I take the dog out, it's dark. It's like midnight. I take him out 6:37, and it's dark. Usually it's light outside, so now I gotta be watching for crackheads and things, because I have to. I like to walk with my headphones on. You can't be out there at night with no damn big headphones on, child, considering all the elements are out there. They still out there, baby, as long as that sun ain't up. You got to know your surroundings, baby. Did you watch Alexander Rogers? No, that was not mine. That was with he was a friend of James Caldwell and Sean Bradley at that time. He was part of the infamous Vegas gate. No, I never got him. No big deal. I don't get a lot of people. And they don't get me. I'm glad for Wally. But Wally, honey, will spin a narrative on you so quick, he'll tell you lies. He just make it up. I find him harmless. I was actually glad to see him in Atlanta. And Wally can do a good interview, too. So we're glad he's doing well. He deserved it. I mean, he was down at that 10 for a long, long, long time. Child, they out here in Vacaville, too. You got to watch them night crawlers, baby. Come out from behind the bush and wear your ass out. Although I still got a couple of moves. You know, it's hard to battle with them crackheads when they need that shit, honey. I take them moves and beat you over the head with them. All them years in the drug world, though, I got robbed by gunpoint one time, in all the 17 years. So God was watching out for me. You have to look for coyotes. Oh yeah, we had one over here, coyotes. Because all the people with dogs, they posted in the park, beware of coyotes or coyote spotting. So they're coming down from the hills, you know. The freaks come out at night and knock you in your big head. You ain't catching no crackhead, baby. No, when they need that shit. Trouble is, I understand it. I mean, I understand addiction. I know just what they're going through. And don't think that your relatives, that's who they are forever. Yeah, a lot of people would die in their addiction, but most people don't, right? And so you just pray for the people that they will at some point be able to come out. One of the saddest things is many times when they come out, they're old like me, you know. As long as you're getting high, you're not aware of the condition that you're in, because the drugs are keeping all of that at bay. You don't worry about things like bills and your kids and your family and love and all that kind of shit. All you worry about is the next hit, right? So it's sad. It breaks your heart. I'm just fortunate that I didn't have family. I think it made it a lot easier because I didn't have kids or loved ones who were suffering. My family in Indiana, they never saw me high. I did it all out here. Mountain lions, oh my God. Amelia, you got mountain lions? I ain't boxing with no mountain lions, honey. That shirt looks good. It's Old Navy. I think Olive Oil used to wear a dress like this, didn't she? With 2 stripes across the chest. Thank God he delivered. Yes, and he will deliver many others. And all them people that are in 12-step, the millions of people in 12-step, and they are millions across the world. They were at one point some of the same people you see out here on the street corner. A lot of them have gotten themselves together and gone on about their lives, honey. So don't buy into this bullshit. Once an addict, always an addict. I don't like no bullshit. You don't tell me who I am, right? So it's been 21 years, and I'm just about out of here. And the terrible thing is, every time you wake up, you hear about somebody else dead. Sometimes they're younger than you, honey. I always want to know, how old were they? What did they die of? You know, it's always heart cancer. But, we only get a certain amount of time, and we all going in the same direction, honey. But it's just this thing about this internet, though. You just know everybody who dies. You know about it instantly. And you've got to consider your own mortality, particularly if you're a male or female of a certain age. Anyway, thank y'all for coming in tonight. Have a nice night, Tracy. Good to see you. Forgive me if I didn't catch some of you guys. Tashana, Soul Sister #1 show. All you guys, thanks for coming in. Talk to you later.